What is a scientist's favorite flavor of chewing gum? Experiment. Welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday, my friends. It feels a little bit like we've done this before. Welcome in. I hope you're well. I'm very happy to have you with me here tonight, and I hope that we're all able to hang around a little longer than last night. If you weren't here, we had an extremely short stream because my internet gave out roughly an hour in. It might have been for the best. I was awfully tired. I was awfully tired going into last night's stream. So it might have been for the best in some ways that the internet gave out, but in other ways, still disappointing. So tonight we're going to try and do what we couldn't do last night. Let me welcome everybody in. First in chat tonight is Cows Are Important. Very happy to have you with us tonight, Cows. I was going to tell you last night that we were going to miss you, but then the stream ended up collapsing, so you didn't miss out on a whole lot. But very happy to have you here tonight, and Lucent Jelly, as always. Jelly, thank you for being here. Cal says, for the first time in a long time, I'm here for the start of a stream, and we couldn't be happier, Cows. We could not be happier to have you with us. You made it for the joke. That's good. Thank you. Felt like that one was I felt like that one was all right. It got I will say it seemed to get a rather lukewarm reception from Jelly during our brainstorming session, or I'm not even really sure. It got a very bizarre yet mild reaction. The stream missed me too much. You know, I did after my, I had no reaction, just to stare, Jelly says. You know, after the stream died and I went back upstairs and I told the news to Jelly, I said, do you think that Cows sabotaged the stream? Do you think she sabotaged the stream so she wouldn't miss anything? I don't know how you did it. I would never. So 2 games tonight. We're gonna play Chrysalis second. That'll be for the larger part of the stream. But for the first part of the stream, Jankuly must continue. The spirit of jankness must be satisfied. We must play some more of this game. Paint the Townsville green. If you missed last night, you haven't missed a. If you missed last night, but you saw the other Powerpuff Girls game, well, you didn't miss anything. This game is for everyone who's seen the first Powerpuff Girls game that we played. This game is shockingly similar. So we'll go ahead and jump in. We've cleared a level. And I was working on this one, the Townsville subway. We've already spent a little bit of time here, so I'm going to kind of fast forward through the story. And we're going to get back to it. I have already discovered that the best way to approach this level is to go around and get as many collectibles as possible, and then pick up our subway ticket, because that is a checkpoint. And in the inevitable event of inevitable event that we lose a life, we want to minimize our loss of collectible progress by making sure we collect the checkpoint as late as possible. So I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I feel like my initial impression is that I actually like this game a little better so far than the first one. I don't know how you could have a preference for one over the other, because they are so very similar, but I kind of think I do. I think there are two factors. One, because I go into this with a little bit of knowledge gained from the first game. So there aren't any, like, at least so far, there's no moments of horrific discovery. I already know, I feel like I already know the worst the game has to offer. So that's weirdly enough, that's a point in its favor. And then also, I think because the villains of this game, they like to vandalize. Is that the right word? They like to commit vandalism across all the levels. It gives us some interesting things to read in the background sometimes. I kind of just feel like, you know, I'll take anything I can get with this game. Ooh, I have some coffee coming my way. Excuse me just a brief moment, my friends. Alright. Coffee acquired. It is smoking hot. So it's going to be a good while before I get to enjoy a sip. I really wonder if that guy is supposed to be George Jetson, because he really looks like him. This enemy kind of caught me by surprise. I can't tell, if you look down at the bottom, I can't tell if that's a secret passageway in the floor, or if that's ground beneath us. If it is a secret passageway down there, I don't think I have any way of getting into it. I know there are a couple more things to collect yet before the before we're ready for the checkpoint. Ooh. We're real close, though. Through here? Yeah. This enemy is such a menace. Everything about this is terrible. How did I miss him? Alright, well, you know what? I have to go get the checkpoint now. I'm just gonna have to leave that enemy. I'm just gonna have to leave that enemy for after our checkpoint. There we go. He is almost certainly going to demolish me as soon as we come back in here. And even if he doesn't... How does he still have health? I'm very upset. I'm very upset by the way this guy is treating me. I don't even think I knew I could fire at a diagonal. This is maddening. How am I doing so bad? Oh. All that enemy is one collectible. One out of 137. I wasted so much health fighting that guy. To be clear, we're not going for 100% in this game. I'm aiming for a completion percentage. Anywhere in the 90s, I'll be satisfied. We want a completion percentage of anywhere in the 90s, so we can be happy with that. This part here is real rough. Yeah, I just lost a life. Oh, we have to fight that guy again. Oh, getting that, whatever that item is on the edge of the train. It's very difficult because the train has... There's like anti-momentum on the train. The wind is constantly trying to blow us off of the train, and if we get, like, within 200 pixels of the edge of the screen, we die. I guess I should further clarify the way that I'm playing this. So I say that we're going for about a 90% completion. That doesn't give me... That doesn't give me permission to skip collectibles that I know about. So the thing about that is the way completion in this is going for us, the philosophy. If I know about a collectible, I'm obligated to obtain it. But I'm not. Well, why I say I'm only going for 90% instead of 100 is I'm not going to I'm not going to commit us to scouring every level for every hidden collectible necessarily. But I don't just get to see a collectible and then turn my back on collecting it. Basically, I just operate on a set of principles that are really just designed to give me the hardest time possible. with the illusion of a slight bit of mercy. We'll do it though. I'm gonna figure out how to get those collectibles on the train. I need to anyway, because the thing is, there's something mandatory on the outside of the train, not on the side where I kept losing lives just a moment ago. But on the other side of the train, we have to go out on top of it because there's a key or something that we need in order to stop the train. So, as annoying as it is to keep dying there, dealing with the momentum of the train is something that I'm gonna have to learn how to do anyway. Fighting this guy a little earlier this time. Got him. Oh my goodness. That guy's so difficult. He's one of the things that makes him so difficult is these streets down below. These are not actually streets. They're subway train tracks. I thought they were roads the first time I came through here, but they're subway train tracks and they're electrified, so it hurts if we touch them, and that's what makes fighting that guy so extra difficult. So you have to worry about not dropping onto the train tracks. Can't remember how to get to the other side of the train. Alright, here we go. This is good. We're on the right track. What? This game is filled with all kinds of nonsense. Okay, there's our checkpoint. The thing is, the thing that's really I'm worried about now is a one-hit kill, because we've got to get that stuff off the top of the train. Go! I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible to grab that item without dying. All good games are full of nonsense. I don't know how true that is, Cows. I don't know if that's true that good games are full of nonsense. I do know that it's true that a game being full of nonsense does not disqualify it from me playing it, though. And taking it way more seriously than I wish I felt obligated to. I got the spice! Oh, that's the first time I've ever gotten that without dying. See, this door is locked. So there is like a collectible. There's like a key or something that we need. I imagine out here? I don't know. I don't know if we can go above the train. Can we go out the other side? No. Can I come into the foreground? No. Okay. Now we're in this sort of dangerous experimentation mode. Okay, well, that doesn't work. not sure where to go. Hey, Loyal to Soil, welcome in. Long time no see, hope you're doing well. Pleasure to have you here, Loyal. And yeah, I mean, I tried to stream last night, it's just the stream collapsed. And we have a raid coming in. 4 sides, welcome in. I don't know if you guys can see and hear me yet. But we're going to go ahead and put a shout-out link in the chat for 4 sides. You can give our friend a follow there. He's playing some Elden Ring earlier. 4 sides does a lot of different stuff. I've seen him play retro games. He does a lot of Super Smash Brothers. He's better at it than I'll ever be. By a tremendous margin. Very happy to have you with us, and welcome to your friends as well. I don't remember how to say your name. I don't know if it's Xpin Bryn or Spin Bryn. I know you've joined us before. I'm sorry that I don't remember how it's pronounced. Bryn it is, as long as you're okay with that. Happy to have you with us, of course. Gotta go. No worries, 4 sides. No worries. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. I appreciate you bringing your friends by. Hopefully, I'll get to spend some more time with you another time. But have a wonderful night, my friend. Cross your fingers. It's so difficult. Okay, there is something over there. The thing is, we're fighting against the momentum here. I don't know that I can actually make this jump. This is bad. This is very bad. I've got to leave that. I've got to take off into the air at like the very last pixel of that train, or I won't have enough flying power to make it to the next one. All because of the awful momentum. Why do they always make these games so hard? Is this Powerpuff Girls? You bet it is, Loyal. You bet it is. This is, you were here for our first one, weren't you? This is our second Powerpuff Girls game. No, and it's so brutal. That train, everything, everywhere on the outside of that train is just invisible instant death. I'm taking it right on. It's not the worst game in the world overall. My review of the first one, which is basically identical to this, my review of the first one was just to say it's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. So that's something. But it's just they have these like small things about them that are terrible. So while I wouldn't yet say that I hate the overall product, I really hate certain things about these games. They're actually almost good. With just a few minor changes, they would actually be really decent games, but alas, the developers made some poor choices and fell just short of decentness. No beans or spice tonight. I will share with you though. So I had I made fajitas for dinner, and I made beef fajitas and chicken fajitas. I had some beef that I grilled like 2 days ago left over. And then the chicken I just made fresh tonight. And they were really good, but the chicken fajitas I made really spicy. And then to make it even worse, I had some I've got a jar of ghost pepper salsa that I had along with them. And it obliterated me. My stomach is still smoldering on the inside from that salsa. The flames have died, but the coals are still warm. Sounds yummy. It was delicious. And, we make our tortillas from, scratch, too. And I have to say that, if you're gonna make homemade tortillas, you really need to use lard. It really makes a big difference. Smoldering is not a word that should be associated with tummies. Yeah, I think you could probably fry an egg on my stomach right now. From the residual heat of that salsa. This stage is basically recycled from the first game. There are a few, well, I take it back. The subway areas here, these tunnels with the ladders, or stairs rather, are recycled from the first game, but the whole riding the train section is completely new. There's nothing at all like that in the first one. But the subway station or whatever is recycled. Except they've added this, they've added graffiti to the background, and that kind of helps. That kind of helps me know where I am, but it's still not quite enough. I'm glad that squid enemy, his attack is really not effective, and I'm really happy about that. Okay, checkpoint. I'm so upset by this train part that we're now approaching again. I'm just, it's so irritating. I really wish the checkpoints and the lives worked differently in this game. I feel like I complain about it a lot, but it's a persistent problem. Just already shaking my head because I feel like we're just destined to lose all of our lives here. Oh my goodness. We made it across. I know I missed a collectible. We're gonna go back for it. Sadly, we're gonna go back for it. Oh my goodness. Why is this game like this? I missed it. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. They cannot. It's just unreasonable to expect people to put up with this game. These are just some of the worst wind physics I've ever dealt with in all of the games I've played. How did this pass quality assurance? Unreasonable to expect people to put up with it, and yet here you are playing. Someone's got to play these games, right? A trading card. Can't wait to show it to the professor. I could really use some extra hearts. Ooh, there's one, right? I think that was a heart. Freedom. Okay, we've got to go around to get that card. We don't know where the next checkpoint is, and I need to be careful. If I see something that looks like a checkpoint, I need to make sure that I hold off, and that we don't collect it until we've got a really high percentage of the collectibles done. See, something like that exit says to me it might be something that could be a checkpoint. It says exit on both sides. I was reading the graffiti on the walls last night, and a lot of it's the same from stage to stage. And I saw this G3, and I was thinking, G3, G cubed, GameCube? And I just left it at that for the longest time. I thought, that's a reference to the GameCube. That's interesting. But no, it's G cubed. It's 3 G's for the gangrene gang. I pieced it together, but it took me a long time. Hey, Boat Ladder, welcome in. Happy to see you, my friend. I hope your Wednesday is going very well. I'm playing Powerpuff Girls, so you know how my night is going. Yeah, I did have technical difficulties last night. I streamed for almost an hour, and then just my internet gave out. It came back, I think, around 1:30. But by then, like, I just wasn't feeling it anymore, you know? I'd moved on and started doing other things with my night. But yeah, sorry about that. We were just moving along, and then, yeah, I looked down and was like, oh, my bitrate looks pretty terrible. And then yeah, found out my whole internet was gone. So this is just a loop? This is just a loop. Well, that's bad. Ah. Secret tunnel. That's how we get that trading card. Nice. Do you have a Pokeball? I don't think so. I might have a really, like, I might have some, like, a tiny toy Pokeball. I don't have one that's, like, actual size, but I may have, like a Happy Meal toy of a Pokeball or something like that. Glad you're up and running now. Thank you. Me too. Let's fingers crossed. Let's hope it keeps going. I was saying it was probably kind of for the best that that the stream fell apart on me last night though too, because I was really tired going into it. And I don't know, just playing a game that's this frustrating when you're tired. Not really a good combination, right? Talking dog. Arf. Grubber tied me up and gave me an awful tongue lashing. Vandalism is bad, but bothering little dogs is just too much. Grubber's gonna be hurting too. There's something about the font that's used in this game that I feel like I have just learned to read, because I feel like I have to really struggle for every word. My mind does not like processing the font they used in this game. I think it's a combination of the all caps and the letters like being shifted out of sync with each other. And some of the letters like looking very similar to each other. So just a whole mess of things. I do not want to have to ride the train back to the first part of the level. I really hope that's not what is expected of me. It's like reading graffiti. It does seem that I have to go back to the train. Oh no, no! Do not make me fly back. I'm gonna have to fly back. I hate this game. I now hate this game. I can't believe it's doing this to me. I can't believe it's doing this to me. Alright, flying back is not as bad as flying there, but I still have collectibles to get. By the way, if I fly like 1 pixel lower than this ring, I die. You don't die when you touch the edge of the screen. The death zone is way, way, way higher than it has any reason to be. Greg's Retro Channel, welcome in, Greg. Good evening to you. Welcome to the never-ending agony that is Jankuly. No! Speaking of never-ending agony. This game just obliterates my happiness. A storm just took out power. Oh no. I was actually worried that might happen to me earlier, and I was thinking, oh no, don't interrupt my stream 2 nights in a row, because at almost the exact same time that I sent the going live in 30 minutes message, it started thundering really badly outside. One of these days I'll see you stream. You will be missed, cows. I hope that you have a fine night regardless, though. I hope you're able to enjoy the storm and that it's not that it doesn't pose a significant threat to your safety. In general, I tend to be fairly fond of storms, as long as I'm safe inside during them. I'll see you if power comes back, but if not, we'll try again tomorrow. I really, sometimes I really regret the way that I play games. Summer Zelda Marathon streams. Sounds like fun. Gonna be a while. Gonna be a while before I play another Zelda game. I think, I don't know. I think the next time we play a Zelda game, it'll be one of the Oracle games or the Minish Cap, because I've never played those. And I'm currently leaning toward the Minish Cap, but it's probably gonna be a couple months before we do another Zelda game, since we just finished Majora's Mask. I don't even know what this thing is. A golden bath towel? I don't even know what I'm trying to collect. I don't know what I just got there either. I feel so much stress from this game. My insides are so tense. Good games, all three of them. Oracles and Minish Cap. Yeah, I played about an hour and a half of one of the Oracle games. We actually did it on the stream. I think it was Oracle of Seasons. I wanted to play Oracle of Ages, but it turned out the battery was bad. And so I was like, oh, all right, well, let's try Oracle of Seasons. And it looked like the battery was good. And I played like an hour and a half of it on the stream, but when I went to reload the save the next time, it didn't work anymore. So I've got to change the batteries before we can do those. This guy is spitting stuff at me. And you can bet I am going to cheese this guy with the freeze beam like you have never seen before. Cheese emotes in the chat, because that's what we're doing here, my friends. All right. Now how do you feel, Grubber? From now on, you better stay out of trouble. Victory. I think that's 100% on this level, too. Where's the heart? I need the heart. I need to get out of here. I have the Oracle games on my 3DS, Virtual Console. Minish Cap I only play on emulator for now. Yeah, I have them all physically. You know what? I actually think I have them on my 3DS as well. The Oracle games. I think I double dipped on those and got them on the Virtual Console too. I've bought them twice and I've never played them. I'm a monster. 100%. There we go. That's great. That's better than we're aiming for. Don't get your hopes up, my friends. It's just one level. This is not 100% on the game. We have 3 levels left. 3 more levels of this. What a nightmare. What a nightmare this game can be. Oh, the art museum's the new level. I was scrolling the wrong way. It looks like an art museum to me. Let's take a moment to enjoy some coffee. Always thinking of starting a physical cartridge collection, but then I see some prices of the games I'd want to buy. Forget that idea. I am completely with you on that, Greg. Like I don't know. I feel like because like I'm such a physical hardware guy, like, you know, and I like the physical collection. I feel like it could get like, I don't know. I worry. I don't want to give people the wrong idea. It's like the reason I have a physical collection is because I was very lucky, and I started collecting really early when all this stuff was dirt cheap. If I were trying to get into building a physical collection today, I wouldn't even bother. It's just crazy expensive. If something happens and my home burns down or something, I am not going to rebuild a physical game collection. Like if all this stuff turns to ash, it's gone forever, so far as I'm concerned. Like, there's just no way. Buttercup, you must do something about the gangrene gang there. Over here at the museum, vandalizing the place. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a vandal. Oh, alright, I'll be there, Professor. As if those turkeys could make those masterpieces look any worse. I love it. I don't know if this is intentional, but this line drawing on the wall looks to me a lot like a C64 floppy disk. That looks like a UFO. This looks like a maze that you would get on like a coloring sheet at a restaurant. Got some empty trees. Well, so far this is a pretty terrible art museum because I'm able to tell what everything is. Anything that looks like what it's supposed to represent can't be modern art, right? This here might have defeated me. I don't know what this is. My immediate impression was a drum kit. Like, this is like the bass drum and there are two cymbals. But I kind of think like these look like... They look kind of like ducks. You know, facing each other. I don't know what this red thing would be. I don't know what I'm looking at. Way to go. Oh, there's more of them. Not all modern art, everyone's a critic. Just had to say that, but I think you're right. Yeah, you know, I'm simplifying things for, you know, a little comedic hyperbole there. Ever Oasis, a 3DS game from 2017. can cost up to $70 or $80. Twice what was once the normal price for a 3DS game for a game just 5 years ago. Really? Just 5 years. It was awfully nice of that guy to just kind of stand around and... This door is... Oh, that's locked. That would explain why I can't get in there. Grubber smells. Oh, there's only 81 collectibles on this level. That's nice. I love when I see a level with a low collectible count. Oh, this is like a robot head inside of a glass dome. It's got like red eyes, and then you can see it smile sometimes. Oh, there's a thing behind it. It's always smiling. There was a collectible behind it that made it look like it was opening and closing its mouth. That's weird. All of the air vents are locked. This door is locked. There's just locks everywhere. Okay, I might be able to go down there, or it might be a death trap. It's hard to tell with this game. I sometimes joke that's one way you can tell an older game from a recent one. Older games didn't have as many collectibles. Yeah, I mean, I imagine you're right. I can't really think of a counterexample. The collectibles in this game are nothing but collectibles. Like they exist. For the most part, they serve no purpose. There's not even like a story reason why we're collecting them. I'm just collecting them because they're there. I'm just collecting them because there's a percentage counter. If there was no percentage counter, there would be no purpose at all. So, like... I don't know. I imagine a lot of people who might play this game would probably not bother to get any of the collectibles, but that's just it's just not really the way that I think. I'm just I would prefer that the game, you know, contextualize or incentivize me to collect in some way. Of course, I would prefer a little bit of motivation, but at the end of the day, I mean, if you give me a percentage counter, I'm gonna start picking up the collectibles just because they're there. So. Because it just seems, I don't know, on some level it seems like if you're not gonna bother at least trying to get, you know, a majority of the collectibles, like what are you, I don't know, like why even play the game to some degree? Don't mind collectibles in games, but they have to have a purpose or at least a good reward for them. And there can't be too many of them. The Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild. I don't think you're meant to get all the Korok seeds, though. I wouldn't. I would say that the Korok seeds is good collectible design. Because I don't think you're supposed to get them all. I think the only reason there's so many of them is because the world is so big, and they wanted to make sure that, you know, you collected a satisfying number of them on every playthrough. But I think you're supposed to miss the majority of them every time you play. That's why you get such a bad reward for collecting them all. Larger world maps have spread out a massive amount of them. Could be what they were thinking. I think that's it. I think that's what they were thinking. Was that they want you to be able to encounter a whole lot of them, even if you don't necessarily cover every little piece of the map. Here's something that's weird. I played through Breath of the Wild twice. And I feel like I played it fairly thoroughly. And I didn't come across a stall Hinox on either of my playthroughs. That got spoiled for me in a YouTube video. After I'd already played through the game twice, I was like, what? Was this creature DLC? There's not an overwhelming amount of enemy variety in Breath of the Wild, so it's very weird to me that I could have missed an entire enemy across 2 playthroughs, but I somehow did. Oh, I gotta be careful. I gotta be real careful. There's probably no checkpoint on this level. Oh no. Because there's a low collectible count. You know what, this game feels a lot like an Atari game. Not that it's like simple like an Atari game, but the imprecision of the controls. If you played a lot of Atari 2600 games, then I think you might have an idea of what I'm talking about. Like the imprecision of the joystick controls on that game. The imprecision of this game's controls are very similar to that. Understandable. High knocks usually are in areas you never have to go through without simple exploration. Lionels mostly as well. Yeah, there's not a stall Lionel, is there? If you tell me that there's a stall Lionel in the game, my head may explode. Only one Lionel you have to encounter in the game. The rest are all out of the way in more remote areas. Okay, that key will be a checkpoint. That's phenomenal. That's what we want to see. Wait a minute. This is the professor's screwdriver. He wouldn't have just left it here unless there was something wrong. The professor's been kidnapped, everybody. Trading card. Now we can go through the air vents at will. Kind of cool. No, could have been cool though, now that you mention it. A real missed opportunity there. Ah, there's the professor. I don't want to collect the professor. He's going to be the next checkpoint. I want to go around and look for the remaining collectibles before we collect the professor. But we know where he is. There's not a whole lot of enemies left in the level, too, so... Another trading card. Alright, there's really only one thing left. I think we may walk away with a 99% completion on this level, seeing as I have missed one collectible. Everyone should just be prepared. There's a really good chance I'm not going to find this last one. But, you know, I'll look around a little bit. I'll definitely look around a little bit here. Especially since there aren't any enemies getting in my way. That was something, but not a collectible. Not everything that you can collect is a collectible in this game. Oddly enough. Whoa, another raid. Nice. Itorama, great to see you, Itty. How was, I think you were playing Cuphead, right? And I think you were playing the, if I'm right about that, and I could be wrong. I get what people are up to wrong quite a few times. Or I've gotten it wrong quite a few times. It looked like you were playing the DLC from the thumbnail. Oh, that's what you said. Just playing a little Cuphead DLC. Avoid that VOD for spoilers, Frownie. Thank you, Itty. And I most certainly will have to. I really love Cuphead, and I'm looking forward to that DLC. But I'm gonna let everyone else play it first. I'm in no rush to get to it. But are you having a good time with it? Does it hold up to the rest of the game? I don't even know if I want an answer to that question. Now that I think about it. Maybe we should just leave it at whether or not you're enjoying it. Pookie Stan, welcome in. I think I must go make secret wall meat. I'm kind of starving. Hopefully I'll be back in like half an hour. I should still be here, Pookie. I mean, if I would have told you that last night too, and my internet died, so I guess take it with a grain of salt. But I hope to still be here in half an hour. Hopefully, no longer on this level. All right, I'm guessing that the last collectible is after the professor. So we're gonna collect the professor now. I've done a good. Oh, never mind. I found the collectible. I was just saying I think I've done a good. I was just starting to say I think I've done a good job looping back for it, and apparently I didn't because it was right there. This is gonna be, as long as we don't die, this might be another level at 100%. We might 100% this game. I don't necessarily want to. Can you imagine the horror if I accidentally 100% this game? I'm gonna feel obligated to go back and do the other one. I don't want that. I really don't want that. For sure. Forgot it had come out at the end of last month. Just checked out today. DLC is fun and worthwhile. Excellent. I'm expecting I'm gonna have a great time with it. But yeah, I'm gonna let it be out there in the world for a while, so people can play it on their own, and then, you know, hopefully join the stream to watch me suffer when the time comes, and not have to worry about it being spoiled for them. Those ruffians grabbed me as I watched a science film downstairs. Oh, the humanity. That's okay, Professor. I'll teach those boys to sit down and keep quiet from now on. Alright, well, I think I know where they are. Hopefully it's just one of them again. I really don't want to fight a whole group of, several enemies. I think that they're probably in here. What's that? Got everything nice. Nice. There's no extra life in this game. This looks like the inside of a beehive. You get an extra life by collecting... You have to collect 3 items. You have to collect the sugar, the spice, and the everything nice. Greg says, saw your Cuphead streams, Frownie. Don't think I'll be getting that game. Don't mind difficult games to a point, but that game looked brutal. That game is definitely brutal. You gotta enjoy... You gotta enjoy a really rough time to get into Cuphead, I think. So, you know, I don't blame anyone for not wanting to put themselves through that. I mean, some of it isn't, you know, some of it's harder than other parts. But the hardest parts are really hard. Okay, this is a bad situation. Remember that cheese from the last boss fight? Get ready, it's back. I'm thinking that guy might be invincible. I might have just wasted all of those attacks. Oh, nope, never mind. He's not invincible. He's gone now. That's great. That's what we want. I'd love to use the freeze on this guy, but 1, I'm out of it, and 2, it didn't matter because even when I had it, I was unable to hit him every time I tried. Okay, let's just try and go slow and careful here. I don't have a lot of hearts left. Ooh. I've had just about enough of you boys. You deliver this message to your boss, Ace. I'm coming for him, and there's nowhere he can hide. Nice. All right. Victory. That's another level accomplished. We did it. And I think I had 100% too. There we go. Alright, that's 2 levels. We are over halfway through this game now. Townsville streets. Okay, this might be another recycled level. There was a sort of like on the streets level in the previous game. It was a really bad level too. Keeping it vague, Eddie says, the DLC does make you learn something new and apply it. The new thing fits in well with the original feel. I'm alright with like a new ability or a new weapon or something like that. Grubber. Is this the Powerpuff Girls? This is a concerned citizen. I've just witnessed a kidnapping. There's a real troublemaker by the name of Ace who has just captured the mayor. Ace, now I've got you. Alright, I mean this... Yeah, it's basically a recycled level. It was nighttime in the other game, but... I mean, immediately it looks the same. So this is probably going to be a rough one. 167 collectibles, and it's another giant level. Alright. So this is probably going to be the last level we do in this game tonight. I know we're only going to have one more left after this one, but this level might take... I might not finish it tonight. This level might take several hours. We'll hope for the best, you know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it'll go smoothly. Maybe we'll sail right through it. That is a possibility. I do know things about the game I didn't know in the previous one. You know, as I keep saying, we come in with some extra knowledge. So far, I feel the additions are good. The collecting in this is agony. I mean, yeah, but the thing is, like, if I were to do an any % run, then we would be done with the game in like 10 minutes, because there's really nothing to just rushing to the end of each level and fighting the bosses. They're all real easy. If I just sped past every enemy, this would take no time. I want to make sure we get our money's worth, right? Y'all bought your tickets for the stream. I gotta make sure you get a good show. I promise to make sure it's at least worth what you paid. Alright, it's a little different inside the buildings here. The thing is, it wouldn't even be that bad. The only reason it's... No! Oh no, we're in a bad situation now. I got the checkpoint way too early. Arturo. Way to go, Buttercup. Ace has got Miss Bellum. You better go get him. Miss Bellum too. Ace has really outdone himself this time. If you got to keep your collectibles, when you lose a life, it would be reasonable. This game would be so much better. Like, I think it should take all your collectibles away when you get a game over. But not every time you lose a life. That's just too harsh. It makes checkpoint management very, very important for this game. I don't know that I've ever played something where checkpoint management was a thing I need to worry about, but in this game, it's like the key feature. This painting on the wall looks like a QR code. Please don't be death at the bottom of this. Thank goodness. There's an exit there. There's something down at the bottom of the building too, though. Oh, please stop. Okay, this is not an exit. Perfect. It's actually what I wanted to see, because I did not want there to be an exit at the bottom of the building and the top of the building. I just wanted one exit. Okay, it kind of looked like we could maybe go in one of those, but I think that is not the case. Okay, there is a cloud to land on over there. The flying mechanic looks kind of cool. The flying is alright. I feel like I have a few minor complaints about it. It doesn't control especially well, but it's better than Echo the Dolphin, so it has that going for it. I'd rather fly in this game than control Echo any day, so. I know that's some faint praise, but it is something, right? No, stop, please, stop. Put me down. Yeah, this game, the thing is, this game is really close to being a pretty good game. It just has a couple really, really big flaws. It's the kind of game that doesn't make you angry, just disappointed. My secret wall mate was not what I wanted, because someone's sleeping in the living room next to the kitchen. I mean, I think by definition, if it's going to be a secret meat, then you can't make a lot of noise when you prepare it, right? I'm Miss Bellum. Ace is down the street. Okay. I'm on my way. Seems like everyone is acting weird today. I think that was an imposter. Yes, if you make too much noise, it is then a known meat, and you must throw it away. Or at your neighbor's house. That thing I said before about this game not making me angry, that was a lie, by the way. This game makes me incredibly angry at times. It's kind of a nice picture they've got on the wall there. Better than pretty much all the art in the museum level. No, that guy hit me twice. Normally that guy's attacks don't even hit me once. Now that guy just ruins me. I'm always unhappy to see him flying around. Oh no, my flight. So much damage I'm taking. This game is unacceptable. Uh... I feel like we've collected a lot of trading cards in this game. Seems like there are more in this one than there were in the other one. It's probably not true, but it seems like it's the case. More of this guy. That guy is almost as bad as the Red Devil in Ghosts and Goblins. I would rather fight the Red Devil. At least I know how to fight him. Oh, we've got sort of a maze situation here where you can't always tell what you can pass through and what you can't. I'm not even sure that there's ground all the way down. Just first impressions it is, although the graphics are decent for what it is. It does seem to be mostly empty enemy-wise. You know what? I'm happy that it's pretty empty enemy-wise, because the enemies are a lot more capable than I am in general. I bet this game's reward for 100%ing it is a bonus stage with 999 collectibles. That is just disgusting. Why would you even say such a thing, Itty? Well, this is terrible. I know what's going on down here, and I don't like this. Yep. Could have told you I was about to die. That's a line of collectibles. I don't think there's any way I can possibly collect those. Even though the graphics are decent for what they are, they seem very samey. Yeah. The style of the game, it's like... I can see how they were trying to capture the essence of the cartoon, I suppose. You know, I'm not super well versed in the show, but I've seen some of it. I can kind of see how they were going for that. They just didn't really succeed. In every area. Things do get a bit samey. But it's not the worst looking game. Just not very good. The worst part about the game is that every time you die, you lose all of the collectibles that you've been working on. By far, that is the worst thing in this game, that you have to recollect every collectible every time you die. Everything since the last checkpoint. And the checkpoints... Figuring out how the checkpoints work, you know, took a little bit of mental processing because it's not straightforward. There's not a lot of consistency with how they work from level to level either. Basically, every time you trigger a cutscene, that's a checkpoint. But, like, you don't know how many are gonna exist per level and where they are, so... Like, you've got to figure those kind of things out through exploration. And until you do, your likelihood of success is very, slim. That was really cheap. The hitbox was not at the bottom of the screen. That was like a dozen pixels up. I have complained about that so much, Pookie. I'm glad you agree with me. Because yes, that's one of the more upsetting things about this game. Is, yeah, the fall into the abyss hitboxes. First of all, they're poorly contextualized. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that I would fall to my death. I can fly, right? I'm a flying character. So, why it is that would kill me doesn't make any sense to me at all. And then, yeah, it's way too high. The death zone is way too high in levels like this. It's just intolerable. I think that path is mandatory. Yeah, it's mandatory that we go down here. Arrgh. I get stuck. I get stuck on the corner and then I just fall. Just straight down. Why? Why is the world so bad? Urgh. See, I told you, game makes me furious. Oh, I'm not looking forward to restarting this level. This is the second time in this game so far that I've run into a situation where, like, the level design and the physics combine in such a way that I'm perpetually falling into a very cheap death trap. That's not good. That's not good. That's not what you want to come across in a video game. Been focusing on the GBA Castlevania collection. Finished one game. About halfway done with another one. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, so I played Circle of the Moon, and I know I put a lot of time into it. I feel like I made it to Dracula, but I don't think I ever beat him, if I remember the game correctly, which I may not at this point. But Circle of the Moon I really liked. That's really the second Castlevania game that I ever played, I think. I played Castlevania 64, and I played Circle of the Moon, I think. And like I said, my cousin had a Castlevania 4, but I didn't really get to play it. Derek Ocean, welcome in. Welcome to more Powerpuff Girls. Having kind of a rough time, as I imagine is to be expected. Hopefully you're doing well, though. Sorry the stream died on you last night. In one moment we were sitting here chatting, and I realized I'm all alone. Oh, I gotta go over there and get that stuff. Yeah, my internet just went out. It was out for like, I don't know, an hour and a half, something like that. And just by the time it was back up, I was already doing other things. I didn't want to bother getting the stream back up. Yeah, that just happens sometimes. Sometimes my internet just inexplicably disappears for a while. It doesn't happen very often. It doesn't happen all that often. I think the last time that happened was in February? No, there was a night we were playing Hollow Knight when it happened. So maybe April was the last time. I can't seem to get under here, and it's mandatory. This is unacceptable. All right, well, from the top. A headline, video game developer under scrutiny as their 20-year-old game drives man insane. Oh, you're not kidding. You're not kidding, Eddie. This one's getting to me. It's got me growling and shaking my controller. So you know I'm really getting riled up here. It's awful. It's awful that that's mandatory. Linling, welcome in. Pleasure to have you with us again, and I hope you're doing well this Wednesday. Or Thursday, depending on where you might be. Buttercup hype, best girl. You've come at a good time. This game is all Buttercup all the time. The hitbox on the bottom of that ground is off too. Yeah, so that's the thing is yeah. So the death box of from the bottom of the screen death box is too high, and the collision of the platform is too low. So it makes for a very like specific and narrow gap. I've got to somehow manage to thread my way through. I'd been thinking too. This Streets level is not nearly as bad as the one from the previous game. And then it had to do this to me. I'd been secretly wanting to praise this level, but it's filled. It's got the most bogus thing I've yet encountered. The top of a long list of bogus things. That invisibility potion is shockingly generous that they put that there. Because that's like, it's in a mandatory passage. Okay, we're gonna collect the mayor last. No. See, this is what I was talking about with, like, checkpoint management. If I collected the mayor and then fought all these guys, if I died, I would respawn at the mayor, and I would have to fight everybody again. But because I've fought them all first, now when I collect the mayor, the checkpoint will be after the collecting, and I won't have to duplicate it. It's obnoxious that you have to think about these kind of things. Got an I-beam with extra pixels below and a kill box that reaches up. Exactly. It's a terrible place to be. Nunling says just working. Oh, we're happy to keep you company while you accomplish your work. Oh yeah, Pookie, that was a game over. Yeah, we're taking the level back from the start. It's a quarter till 1 for me right now, and my thought process is that we're gonna keep trying this until we either beat this level or until 1:30 strikes. At about 1:30, I want to switch over to Crystallis for the rest of the night. So we'll see whether or not we get this. But just so everyone sort of knows what my thinking is. We're looking at about 40 more minutes of this game. Maybe less if I do really well in this level. That's not super likely. And then we'll try and finish this one up tomorrow. But I'm excited to get back to Crystallis. I was having a lot of fun with that game. Good to have you back tonight. Thank you, Derek. I'm glad that you've joined us as well. $13.43 for you. We're almost reversed. Never heard of this game. Only Game Boy Color games I played were the 3 Zelda games, Lufia, Pokemon Yellow, and the Metal Gear game it had. What did I play on the Game Boy Color? I played Pokemon Pinball. I had a couple Game & Watch Gallery games. Donkey Kong Country. Rayman. Mario Brothers Deluxe. Link's Awakening. That's probably the real big one right there, Link's Awakening. I don't know what it was, but I was obsessed with those Game & Watch Gallery games for a while. I don't know what it was about them, but they absorbed me. I mean, I guess it makes sense, like, you know, you've probably seen how excited I get for Atari games, and they're not really much different. Face cam inversion, alright. We can do that. Derek just got done watching the Orville. I've heard people say good things about that. Though naturally, I haven't seen any of it myself. Link's Awakening and the 2 Oracle games, Greg says. There were probably a few others. They're just not coming to mind. I had Spy vs. Spy. There's another one. I played that one quite a bit. for a while. Spy vs. Spy is very easy to cheese, I found out. This is not a childhood game for me. I'm not exactly sure when I got this one. Love Game & Watch Gallery. I was watching someone play one of them yesterday and was enjoying it. Played 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, I have, I think I had Game & Watch Gallery 2 and 3. And I'm pretty sure I played them. I don't know. It's hard to say whether or not I 100%ed them, but I'm pretty sure I unlocked all of the unlockables, which I think would count for 100%ing, would count as 100%. I think, yeah, I mean, they're full of the games that they have are endless, right? They're all games that loop, and it's all about just getting a high score, but I'm pretty sure I got the required high scores on all of the games. Sometimes you'd unlock, I think, if I remember right, sometimes you unlock additional games, but mostly you unlock artwork, or like there's like a museum in the game that like tells you about, like gives you a screenshot and a blurb about different Game & Watch games. And I feel like I completed the museums. I don't know. I know I spent a lot of time on them. Orville's a great show, Derek says. Then again, of course, Zelda games, to me, usually are the best games on a console or a handheld. It's, I would tend to agree. It's pretty hard to beat a Zelda game. I mean, that being said, I don't know, I can't really think of any console where I would say that the Zelda game on that console is my favorite game on the console, so maybe I don't agree to quite the extent I might think I do. A Link to the Past is great. I wouldn't call it my favorite Super Nintendo game. Zelda 2 is great. I wouldn't call it my favorite NES game. And so forth and so on with the series. I guess Breath of the Wild is the best Switch game. You know, for me, so maybe there is that. I don't know, Kirby was really good too. There are probably not a lot of people out there who would say that they liked Kirby and the Forgotten Land better than Breath of the Wild, but I don't know, I really like that Kirby game. Mario Odyssey was great. I liked Mario Odyssey a lot. Mario Odyssey felt a little unfinished in places. But it was a really excellent game. Odyssey is my favorite 3D Mario game, Greg says. I don't know. I don't know what would be mine. Maybe Odyssey. Maybe still Mario 64. Which, you know, is not objectively better than Odyssey, but... nostalgia has to weigh into these things. I haven't played the Galaxy games though, so they're not ranked for me currently. They could turn out to be, you know, really excellent and become my favorite when I do play them someday, I suppose. I can tell you Sunshine's my least favorite. I got a long list of bad things to say about Sunshine. I know that's not a very popular opinion, but I have to speak from the heart. Sunshine's a really fun game to begin. Sunshine begins really strong. But by the end of Sunshine, Mario Sunshine is like a real vacation. It's a lot of it's a lot of fun and exciting at first, but by the end of it, I'm just sick of it and I want to go home. Nice analogy. I'm sure I'm not the first person. I'm sure I'm not the first person to make that comparison. But it is how I feel. Superstar Saga is my favorite Mario RPG game. SMB3 would be my favorite traditional Mario game. Odyssey is the only 3D Mario game I like, Itty says. Wow. I do have to say the original NES Zelda game has music that is the most nostalgic value for me, even more so than Mario music. I think it's because I spent so long wandering the overworld. It's just imprinted on my mind. I may shoot to 100% those games. Right on. Are you going to be playing them on the stream then? I'd probably like to tune in for that, be a bit of nostalgia. They added in special things for certain score. I'm reading everything way out of order. There were special level variations. Yeah, it's been a long time, so my memories are fuzzy. My memories get like that with games a lot of times. Like after I play a game, and then a couple years later, I'll remember that I liked a game, but I'll have a hard time explaining why I liked it. I don't think it's possible to get in here. I think I'm misunderstanding something about this situation. I just want to scream. I just want to scream. Mine's the original Mario Galaxy, despite the small bit of waggle, Pookie says. You really have to play Galaxy. Yeah, I've never played it. Whoa, that almost went really badly. I hate having to redo all this stuff every time we lose a life. And it's not enough fun to justify having to do it so many times. Make an angry phone call to the devs of this game. I've got some fairly unkind words for them at the moment. I'm sure they had their share of angry calls already. It's just disgusting what they're putting me through. Zinshan, welcome in. Pleasure to have you join us, my friend. I feel like it's been a little while. Hope you've been well. Did you hear they're bringing back the Powerpuff Girls with the original creator coming back? I did not. Hopefully it goes over well. I gotta say, like, Powerpuff Girls isn't really something that I saw a lot when I was young. So I don't have the, I don't really have the nostalgia for the series that other people might have. I know I've seen a couple episodes here and there, but like, when I was... What happened? I went through the floor! I don't know how I did that. Go, this is the run! Oh my goodness. Oh. We're doing better than we've ever done. Let's hope it doesn't immediately fall apart, as things usually do for me. But yeah, it's Powerpuff Girls is something I kind of missed out on. I think when it was in its like height of popularity, I was kind of at an age where I wasn't really watching a lot of cartoons. I say that, but on the other hand, I have a younger sister, and so I probably watched cartoons a lot longer than a lot of other people my age did. Because even when I reached the age where I had to be a cool teenager and not so much interested in kids' cartoons, I had a younger sister, and that kind of gave me an excuse, right? But we didn't have like satellite or cable and stuff, so like all the like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network stuff, I didn't have a lot of access to that kind of stuff when I was young. Never into Powerpuff Girls, Greg says. Favorite of those Cartoon Network series was Ed, Edd and Eddy. Yeah, that, like, I would recognize the characters if you showed them to me, but I don't think I've ever seen an episode of that. Sinchon says, was away on a quick trip, now back with even more games. Great to hear. Sinchon says Ed, Edd and Eddy was great. Love to see that show come back with more episodes. Thought you were too mature for cartoons, did you? Oh well, we all go through that phase at one time in our life, yeah. Yep. That would have been the phase. I don't like where these collectibles are. Sorry, I really don't like yelling at the microphone. No! That was the run and we lost it. It's all gone. I hate these collectibles. I've spent way more time with the Powerpuff Girls video games between the first one we played and this one. I spent way more time with the video games than I ever have with the cartoons. Greg says I felt that way in the late 80s. Missed out on a lot of good cartoons because of it. DuckTales, Rescue Rangers, TMNT. Sure, I can watch them all on DVD now, but I regret not liking them at the time. Yeah, I watched a fair amount of all of those that you just listed there, Greg. Those, I feel like those when I came out when I was like, that's when I was like in prime cartoon watching years. Most of the cartoons, the cartoons that I remember, from my childhood, they're all things that aired on network television, during the very late '80s and early '90s. And I kind of feel like really I was only watching cartoons on Saturday mornings for the most part, so far as stuff that was actually being broadcast. Because it was either that or like I had a bunch of VHS tapes of cartoons. And a lot of those were like older, like classic cartoons and stuff. I had a lot of like Looney Tunes tapes, and a couple like Disney films, and a lot of like Betty Boop and Popeye and stuff like that. Felix the Cat. Not a lot of Felix. I may have had a couple. I feel like I might have had like maybe 2 shorts. Alright, we're gonna give this one last try. I don't want to. I don't want to at all. I just game overed again. But I seem to be getting past that that part with the beam that's too low. We're gonna give it one more try, but this is it. This is it for tonight. I feel bad. I feel real bad about that last death because that was completely my fault. I should have been more careful. Betty Boop and Popeye, now we're talking classics. Yeah, I remember there was a Betty Boop cartoon where I think she was trying to bake a pie or something, but there's a fly in the kitchen, and that's the whole bit. Is there's a fly that she's trying to deal with. There was a Popeye cartoon where like he was in ancient Greece, and I think it's supposed to be like the origin of like when one of Popeye's ancestors first discovered garlic, or not garlic, spinach. He ate garlic before he discovered spinach. Those are some that sort of stand out in my memory. There were a couple weird, like, Humpty Dumpty cartoons. I've mentioned at least one of them before. Where the thing that I remember most of it is when he falls off the wall at the end. If I remember right, he cracks open and a whole bunch of snakes climb out of his body. Very weird. There was another one called Humpty Dumpty Jr., but I don't remember the plot of it. I remember that Humpty Jr. and his girlfriend, they're like real tiny and they hang out in a spoon or something like that. I've been upside down for way too long. Returned to normal for a while. Oh, Greg said, as a kid, my big years for cartoons were the late 70s to early 80s. Last cartoon series I really got into was Voltron. Yeah, and for most of those, I don't think I was born yet. Well, given the years that you shared, I know I wasn't. Flies or termites are the typical annoyance in those classic cartoons. I grew up with Hanna-Barbera, Nickelodeon, and Teletoon. I saw a fair amount of Hanna-Barbera cartoons when I was young, but I don't know. I didn't really. They weren't my favorite. They weren't my favorites. There was just something. I don't even know what it was about them, but I didn't connect with them so much. Scooby-Doo, Jetsons, and Flintstones. Yeah, those are all the ones that I think of. My sister loved Scooby-Doo. My sister was really into she was really into Scooby-Doo when we were kids. But I don't know, I didn't really see what she saw in it. Most of those cartoons were always like just things I'd watch them if they were on, but they weren't things that I like actively looked forward to seeing. I think Tom and Jerry were also Hanna-Barbera. Tom and Jerry were good. There's one that I, you know, that's something I'd be happy to see. I'm sitting here thinking, and I don't know if this is true, but I'm kind of wondering if like maybe my cartoon preferences and my video game preferences are kind of connected. Because like I think of something like the Flintstones or the Jetsons, right? And like those things seem to me to be like things that are like really talky, right? I mean, especially compared to like Tom and Jerry, like those are like cartoons that are like about the plot of the episode and stuff, right? And like a Tom and Jerry cartoon is just, it's like a Roadrunner short. Like it's a whole bunch of just sort of like thematically connected gags, but no real like, you know, no real like characters talking or anything like that. I'm wondering if it's the case that I prefer my cartoons like I prefer my video games, and that I don't want media that talks at me. A lot of video games do look like cartoons. I don't know. I'd have to do a lot of reflection to really think of if there's any merit to that sort of comparison that I made. I know I'm being a bit reductive, and you know, I'm oversimplifying things a bit here, but. I think there might be a kernel of truth to that that my cartoon preferences lean more toward things that are less heavy on the sort of plot and dialogue. Ren and Stimpy was ahead of its times, and Sean says, Ren and Stimpy, this is not a... I feel like this is not popular, but I could never get into Ren and Stimpy. That always just made me uncomfortable to watch. When I think of Ren and Stimpy, I just think of like close-ups of bloodshot eyes. It was too gross for me. I remember that was exactly what people hated about the Wind Waker when it came out. That's true. I'm a big fan of the look of the Wind Waker. I always liked that sort of cel-shaded style. I was excited for it. The Wind Waker as a whole package, though, I really like the Wind Waker, but it just makes me sad because I feel like the game is just incomplete. I feel like it's a game that's supposed to be so much larger than it is. That's really the only thing about it. And Wind Waker feels incomplete, not in a frustrating way, like Mario Sunshine is incomplete in a very frustrating way. But I just feel like there's a lot of missed potential with the Wind Waker. Greg says loved Cartoon Network for a long time. The OG Cartoon Network and its spin-off Boomerang. Oh, I missed it. That's a comments from before I just missed. What, the Triforce Quest? The Triforce Quest is pretty much pure padding. But no, I've never heard this said anywhere, but I really get the feeling that at some point along the way, that the Wind Waker was supposed to have a mechanic where you visited submerged Hyrule a lot more often. Like that scene in the Wind Waker where you go back to Hyrule Castle and explore that for a while. There's something, when I play the Wind Waker, I get the feeling that, because Zelda games, so many Zelda games have a two-world mechanic, right? But the Wind Waker doesn't, and I think its two-world mechanic was supposed to be that, that you would visit the submerged Hyrule a lot more often. And you do it that one time, and it just makes it feel... It just makes me feel like there's so much missing there. And then, like, just in the whole second half, like the second half of the game, after you get the Master Sword, there's only, like, what, 2 dungeons after that? 2 dungeons in the final dungeon? That's a pretty low dungeon count. I'm not saying every Zelda game should have the same formula, but at that time, every Zelda game had the same formula, and it's pretty easy to tell that deviations from that formula were not choices they made because they wanted to do something different, but rather because they ran out of time or resources. Never bothered me since I liked exploring anyway. Wind Waker was rushed. Main devs have even said so. It just seemed like rushed games was like a big thing with the GameCube. Seems like a lot of the GameCube. It would have been nice if things could have spent more time being finished up and polished. Many people have theorized that actually that Sunken Hyrule was intended to be larger. I've never really heard much about that, but I definitely think that that's the case. You would have to show me some pretty compelling evidence to get me to think otherwise. Oh, welcome to the stream, Morshu, by the way. I didn't actually properly welcome you in. But, of course, very happy to have you join us. And... there was a mechanic that made getting to the surface faster, a fish hook that you can grab to take up to the surface. I don't think I knew about that. Welcome to the stream, Thug. Pleasure to have you join us as well, and thank you for the follow. At the time, Link to the Past, OT both had dual worlds. Twilight Princess did too. Yeah, Majora's Mask didn't. That was an outlier. But again, like, that kind of goes to my point. That didn't have a dual world mechanic, but it was also made under an extreme time crunch, and it had a very different sort of gimmick to it. Majora's Mask, I think, is intentionally different from the formula, whereas a Wind Waker I don't think is intentionally different. Wind Waker is too similar in so many ways that I don't think I can be persuaded that they were trying to do something different. I think they were forced to do something different because of everything they had to cut. It's still, again, Wind Waker is still a very excellent game. It's not like, Mario Sunshine they were forced to rush and it ruins the game. So much of Mario Sunshine is janky and broken and just not fun to deal with. And that is not the case with Wind Waker. Wind Waker it's not sort of broken the way Mario Sunshine is. It just kind of makes me a little disappointed. There's another version of Wind Waker out there in the land of what could have been. That it's just a shame that we didn't get to see. All that being said, though, I do kind of like short games, so... So who knows? Maybe I would like it less. Maybe everything that I said is untrue. Nah, I would definitely prefer a more fleshed out version of Wind Waker with less busy work in it. Majora's Mask was to me like leftovers from Ocarina of Time. Good game, but so much of it is Ocarina of Time recycled. Well, it is, but I kind of think the weird thing about that is that I kind of think that's to Majora's Mask's benefit. Because Ocarina of Time had such an impact, and its world and characters are just so memorable. I think that Majora ends up benefiting from letting us see those characters recontextualized in a way that I don't know that a cast of all original characters would be. I don't know that it would carry the same weight. If Ocarina of Time had somehow been like really terrible, but Majora's Mask had still gotten made, then, you know, all the recycled characters would definitely be a detriment, but I can't stand this game. All right, let me do some catch up here. There's a small cave in Hyrule that was believed to be the original entrance to Ganon's tower, but it's way off in the distance. I don't think I've seen anything about that either. Really got to play Wind Waker again. Haven't played it in over a decade. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that one again sometime. We'll play it on the stream. But that's probably more than a year away. I'd really like the next Zelda game that I do on the stream to be one I haven't played before. A lot of the music in Majora's Mask are reused tracks from Ocarina of Time. Yeah. It's felt recycled. Yeah, I think that Majora actually benefits from having so much of Ocarina recycled, and it's sort of a combination of both of them being really strong games. I think that makes that work. Last time I played Wind Waker is about 2 months ago, when I finished a randomizer in 16 hours. I think it would take me a lot longer than that. Probably more like 16 days for the non-randomized version. Literally one of the last chests had the light arrows submerged off the coast on one of the islands. That's got to be the best when it shuffles things like that, right? You get to explore more of the game. Spent probably a whole hour just looking for the light arrows. I've never actually played a randomizer of any kind yet myself, but it seems like a tremendous amount of fun. Someday we'll do some of that. I'm dead. Alright, we'll rip this game. I can't beat this level. Not tonight. We've worked so hard at it, and I have nothing to show for it. We did clear, what, 2 other levels, and those at 100%? So, I guess I shouldn't cry too many tears, but I am pretty upset about how tough this level has been. The past successes can only soothe my wounds so much. He says Majora's Mask had to recycle a lot, started as an expansion of Ocarina, and became a make a game in a year project. All right, my friends. So we're gonna step away from this game now. I'm having a lot of difficulty with this level. We'll pick this one back up again tomorrow night, and try to get through it. But I think I'm ready to take a BRB and switch over to Crystallis for a while. It's just immensely frustrating, this game. It didn't have to be this way. It didn't have to be this way. It didn't have to be so frustrating. But alas. So thank you for enjoying some Powerpuff Girls with me. Thank you for coming this far on the adventure. Hopefully we can clear this level tomorrow. We've got 2 left. We got this one and 1 more. And I'm hoping, if we're really lucky, maybe we'll get through both of those in the first part of tomorrow night's stream. But we're gonna put this aside. I'm gonna take a BRB and we're gonna move over to Crystallis. It's the first playthrough of that game. We have already played it a little bit on the stream, and I've really enjoyed what we've done so far. And so I'm really looking forward to picking this one back up. So if you want to join me on that adventure, just hang around, and I'll see you again in a few short minutes, my friends.